What if I told you that after this podcast, you could sound more natural in English? Not perfect. Natural.
Oh, perfect English is from a book. Natural English is from real life.
Exactly. And today, we are going to close that gap for you. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Mia. Let's begin.
This podcast is perfect for English learners at B1 or B2 level. If you stay until the end, you will learn 7 habits that native speakers use every single day without even thinking about it.
Maybe you are cooking right now. Maybe you are driving. Maybe you are just lying on your bed after a long day.
Wherever you are, welcome. Get comfortable, because we have a lot to share.
So, Ethan, let me ask you something. Have you ever studied English for years, learned thousands of words, and then talked to a native speaker and felt lost?
All the time. I understood the words, but somehow the sentence felt like music I did not know the steps to.
That is such a common feeling, and it is not about vocabulary. It is about habits.
Right. So today we are talking about 7 habits that make English sound natural, not vocabulary, not grammar rules. Habits.
What is a habit? A habit is something you do again and again without thinking about it, like brushing your teeth.
Exactly. You do not think, now I will move the brush up, now down. Your hand just knows.
And native speakers speak the same way. They are not thinking about grammar rules while they talk. Their mouth just knows the rhythm.
Okay, Mia, are you ready to start?
I am ready. Let's go. But before we start the list, let's really answer this question. What does natural actually mean? Because it is not the same thing as correct.
That is such a good point to slow down on. You can say a perfectly correct sentence with perfect grammar, and it can still sound stiff, almost like a machine.
Oh, like a machine? Give me an example.
Sure. I do not know where the restaurant is located. Every word is correct. But listen to how a native speaker might actually say it in real life. I don't know where the restaurant is.
I don't know where the restaurant is. Oh, I hear it now. It is shorter, softer, and it moves faster.
Exactly. Both sentences are correct English, but only one of them sounds like real living conversation.
So natural does not mean a different kind of grammar. It means a different set of habits layered on top of the grammar you already know.
That is a perfect way to put it. You already have the tools. You already know thousands of words. Today, we are giving you the habits that connect those tools together.
Think of grammar and vocabulary as the bricks of a house. Habits like linking, rhythm, and contractions are the mortar that holds the bricks together and makes the house feel like a real home, not just a pile of bricks.
A pile of bricks versus a real home. I love that picture.
And here is something encouraging before we start. You do not need a new accent. You do not need to sound British or American if that is not your goal.
Right. Natural does not mean copying one country's accent perfectly. It means using the habits that most native speakers, everywhere, share in relaxed, everyday talk.
So relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and just listen with us today.
There is actually a simple reason why habits work better than rules here. Your mouth is a muscle, and muscles learn through repetition, not through reading a rule one single time.
That is such a helpful way to think about it. You would not expect to run a marathon after reading one article about running.
Exactly. And you cannot expect your mouth to move naturally after reading one grammar rule either. It needs repetition, it needs practice, it needs time.
So today, do not worry about understanding everything perfectly the first time. Just let the 7 habits wash over you and come back to this podcast again if you need to.
We built in the repetition on purpose because that is exactly how real learning happens. Habit number 1. This might be the most surprising one on our list today.
I am curious already.
Native speakers connect their words together. They do not say each word separately, like a robot. They link the words like a chain.
What do you mean by linking?
Okay, try this. Say the words pick up slowly, one at a time. Pick up.
Pick up.
Now say it fast, the way a native speaker would. It becomes pick cup. The final sound of one word jumps into the next word.
Pick up. Oh, I hear it now. It is like the words hold hands.
That is a beautiful way to say it. The words hold hands.
So this is called linking, or connected speech.
Connected speech. Let's say it slowly. Con-nec-ted speech. Connected speech.
Connected speech.
It means the way words join together in natural, fast conversation, instead of staying separate like they do in a textbook.
Give us another example, Ethan.
Sure, turn off becomes turn off. An apple becomes an apple. Not at all becomes no ta-tal.
No ta-tal. That is wild. If I did not know the rule, I would think it was one strange new word.
And that is exactly why learners get confused watching movies. It is not that native speakers speak too fast. It is that the words are holding hands, and your ear is waiting for them to separate.
I remember when I was learning French years ago, before I focused only on English, I heard a sentence on the radio and I thought it was one giant word.
What happened?
I paused the radio and I asked my friend, "What does this word mean?" She laughed and said, "Mia, that is not one word. That is 5 words holding hands."
And did it help once she explained it?
It changed everything. Once my ear knew to expect linking, I could suddenly understand so much more. Let's try a few more just to really lock this in. Wait a minute becomes.
Wait a minute.
Come on becomes.
Come on.
Stop it becomes.
Stow pit.
Stop it. I love that one. It almost sounds playful when the words join.
Here is something interesting. This is not something native speakers learned in a classroom. Nobody sat them down and said, "Now link your words together."
So where does it come from?
It comes from speed and comfort. When you speak quickly and naturally, your mouth naturally wants to save energy. Jumping straight from one sound into the next is simply easier than stopping completely between every single word.
So linking is not a rule to memorize. It is what happens naturally once you relax and speak at a comfortable, normal speed.
Exactly. And that means you do not need to force it. As you listen more and as you relax more, your own mouth will start doing it too.
Try this at home. Say the phrase, "an apple a day," slowly at first, word by word, and then try it fast, letting the words hold hands.
An apple a day. Now fast. An apple a day.
An apple a day. It genuinely feels lighter and quicker once the words connect.
So here is your first key phrase, and we want you to remember this one. Key phrase number 1 is words hold hands.
Words hold hands.
Say it with us. Words hold hands.
When you listen to native English, do not expect silence between every word. Expect the words to hold hands and connect into one smooth sound. Can you think of a time a song or a movie sounded like one long, confusing sound to you? Maybe pause the video and think about it for a second.
We have all been there. Do not worry. Do not worry. This podcast is here to help you slow it down. Okay, we've talked about linking, about words, holding hands. What is habit number 2?
I am ready for it.
Habit number 2. Native speakers only stress the important words in a sentence. The small words almost disappear.
And wait, what do you mean, disappear?
Not literally disappear, but they become very short and very quiet. Words like a, the of, to, was. These words get almost no energy. Let's compare. Imagine a robot voice. The cat is on the table. Every word is loud and equal.
That sounds like a very stiff robot, Ethan.
It does. Now listen to a natural version. The cat is on the table.
The cat is on the table. Oh, I hear it. Cat and table are loud. The small words just slide through quickly.
Exactly. English is what we call a stress-timed language. Stress, timed, language.
Stress-timed language.
It means the important words, the ones that carry the meaning, get the beat, the rhythm, the emphasis. The small connector words are just there to hold the sentence together, quietly.
Give us one more example, please.
Sure. I want to go to the store. Do not say every word with the same weight. Say, I want to go to the store.
I want to go to the stores. I can feel the rhythm now. It is like a heartbeat. Strong, weak, weak, strong.
A heartbeat. I love that. Strong, weak, weak, strong. That really is the rhythm of English. Think about it like music for a second. In a song, not every note is loud. Some notes are quiet, just to support the strong notes.
So English sentences are a little bit like a song with strong beats and quiet beats.
A little song, yes. And once you hear that song, you stop translating word by word, and you start hearing meaning in chunks.
I have a small story about this one, actually.
Tell us.
When I first practiced English speaking, I said every word with the exact same strength. My teacher stopped me and said, "Mia, you sound like you are reading a list, not telling a story."
Oh, what did she tell you to do?
She told me to find the 2 or 3 most important words in each sentence and just push a tiny bit more energy into those words. Nothing else.
And did it work?
It worked so well, my sentences suddenly had shape. Before they were flat, after they had hills and valleys.
Hills and valleys. That is a wonderful picture for sentence stress.
Thank you. It really does feel that way once you get it. Let's try one more sentence together. She is going to the market to buy some vegetables. Do not stress every word.
She's going to the market to buy some vegetables.
She's going to the market to buy some vegetables. Yes, market and vegetables really jump out, and everything else just flows quietly underneath them.
That is the beat. 2 or 3 strong hits per sentence, with soft connecting sounds in between.
I want to add something helpful here. This is also why native speakers can talk so quickly and still be understood clearly.
Oh, how does that work?
Because the listener's brain is trained to grab onto the loud, stressed words, the ones carrying the real meaning, and it can fill in the small, quiet words automatically.
So, even if a learner does not catch every single small word, catching the stressed words is often enough to understand the whole sentence.
Exactly. That should actually feel like relief. You do not need to catch every single sound. Catch the beat and the meaning follows.
Here is a small practice tip for our listeners. Take any sentence you know well, maybe something from your own daily routine, and try clapping on the 2 or 3 most important words as you say it.
I want to go to the gym after work. Clap, clap, clap right on gym after work.
A very physical way to feel the rhythm.
Sometimes the body understands rhythm faster than the mind does.
So here is key phrase number 2. Say it with us. Find the beat.
Find the beat.
Every sentence has a beat, a rhythm. Find the 2 or 3 words that matter most and let them carry a little more weight and a little more time. The rest can move quickly and quietly.
Can you think of a sentence you say every day? Maybe pause the video, say it out loud, and try to find its beat.
We've talked about linking, words holding hands, and now the beat, the rhythm of stress. What is strategy number 3, Mia?
Habit number 3, and I think a lot of learners will feel relief when they hear this one.
Relief. Now I am curious too.
Native speakers use contractions constantly. I'm, your, don't, can't, will, it's. In real casual talk, the full form can actually sound stiff or even a little cold.
That is such an important point. In school, we learn I am, you are, do not. All correct, all formal. But in daily conversation?
In daily conversation, I am going to the store can sound almost robotic to a native ear. I'm going to the store sounds warm, relaxed, normal.
Let's say it slowly. I'm.
I'm.
It means I am, but shortened and joined together, the way it naturally comes out of a native speaker's mouth in conversation.
Here is a fun fact for you. Native speakers do not usually decide to use a contraction. Their mouth just goes there automatically because it is faster and it flows better.
So if a learner always uses the full form, I do not, she is not, it is not wrong. It is just formal, like a job interview or a legal document.
Exactly. Save the full forms for formal writing, for serious moments. Save contractions for talking to friends, for daily life, for sounding warm and natural.
Let's practice a few together. I will becomes.
I'll.
They are becomes.
There.
Should not becomes.
Shouldn't.
Beautiful. Say them with us at home. I'll. There. Shouldn't.
Let's do a few more, since this one is so useful for daily conversation. We are becomes.
We're.
Could not becomes.
Couldn't.
It is becomes.
It's.
We're couldn't it's. Say them slowly one more time right along with us.
Here is something interesting for our listeners. Contractions are not only about speed. They are also about warmth and closeness.
And what do you mean by closeness?
Well, think about writing to a close friend versus writing a formal letter. I'm so happy for you feels warm, close, personal. I am so happy for you feels a little more formal, more distant, even though it is still kind.
So contractions carry a small emotional signal too, not just a grammar shortcut.
Exactly. When you use I'm where it's with someone, it quietly says, I feel comfortable and relaxed with you.
That is such a lovely way to think about grammar, honestly. Grammar carrying feeling.
It really does. Language is never only rules. It is always also relationship. I have a small memory about this. When I was learning Spanish for a trip, I always used the most formal, textbook version of every sentence.
What happened?
A local friend gently told me, Ethan, you sound like a very polite grandfather. Nobody talks like that at the market.
A very polite grandfather. That is such a funny image.
It really is. And after that, I started listening for the short, casual forms people actually used, and my speaking became so much more natural, so much faster too.
So here is key phrase number 3. Say it with us. Shrink it down.
Shrink it down.
In casual, friendly conversation, shrink your words down into contractions. I'm, don't, can't, will. It is not lazy, it is natural.
Okay, we've covered linking, the beat, and now shrinking words down with contractions. Are you ready for habit number 4?
I am so ready.
Habit number 4. This one goes one step further than contractions. Native speakers use casual reductions like gonna, wanna, and gotta in relaxed, everyday speech.
Oh, now this is the part learners get nervous about because nobody taught them this in school.
True, and that is exactly why we are teaching it now. Going to often becomes gonna in fast, casual talk. Want to often becomes wanna. Got to, meaning you must do something, often becomes gotta.
Let's say them slowly. Gonna, wanna, gotta.
Gonna, wanna, gotta.
It means the same thing as the full form, just softened and joined for speed, the same way our first habit joined words together like holding hands.
Now, an important rule here. These reductions are for speaking, for casual conversation, texting a friend. They are not for formal writing, like an email to your boss or an essay for school.
Right, think of it like clothing. Going to is a business suit, gonna is comfortable weekend clothes. Both are correct, just for different situations.
A business suit versus weekend clothes. I love that comparison.
Let's use them in real sentences. I am going to call you later becomes, in casual speech,
I'm going to call you later.
Do you want to eat something becomes
You want to eat something?
I have got to go now becomes
I gotta go now.
perfect. Say them slowly with us at home. Gonna, wanna, gotta.
I want to share something funny here. Early on, some learners hear gonna and think it is a completely new, separate word they need to memorize.
Huh? Is it not?
No, it is simply going to, relaxed and joined, exactly like linking, just written down the way it sounds.
So it connects perfectly with our very first habit today. Words holding hands, taken one step further into casual speech.
Exactly. These are not random rules. They all come from the same natural rhythm of the language.
Let's try a few more together, just for extra practice. I am going to try that new restaurant becomes casually.
I'm going to try that new restaurant.
Do you want to watch a movie tonight becomes
You want to watch a movie tonight?
I have got to finish this today becomes
I got to finish this today.
gonna, wanna, gotta. Such small changes, but they instantly make a sentence feel warm and relaxed instead of stiff.
I want to mention one more small detail here because learners sometimes worry about this. Using gonna, wanna, and gotta does not make you sound uneducated or careless.
Oh, really? Some learners are actually afraid of using them for that exact reason.
Really, highly educated native speakers use these forms constantly in daily conversation, in interviews, in casual meetings. They simply switch back to the full form when writing something formal, like a report or an email to a client.
So it is not about being lazy. It is about knowing which outfit fits which moment, just like we said with the business suit and the weekend clothes.
Exactly. And once a learner understands that, a lot of the fear around these casual forms simply disappears. Here is key phrase number 4. Say it with us. Comfortable clothes for comfortable talk.
Comfortable clothes for comfortable talk.
Use gonna, wanna, and gotta with friends, with family, in relaxed conversation. Save the full formal versions for writing and serious situations.
Can you think of a message you sent a friend today? Maybe you already used one of these without even noticing. Pause for a second and check.
Let's pause for just a moment and really look at how far we have come already.
Good idea. We started with words holding hands, connecting into one smooth sound instead of staying separate.
Then we found the beat, learning that only 2 or 3 words in a sentence really carry the weight, while the small ones move quickly and quietly.
After that, we shrunk our words down with contractions, choosing I'm, don't, and can't for warm, everyday conversation.
And just now, we put on our comfortable clothes with gonna, wanna, and gotta, saving the formal versions for writing and serious moments.
4 habits down, 3 more to go, and honestly, these first 4 already work together as a team.
Oh, how do you mean a team?
Well, think about a full casual sentence. I'm going to look into it. That sentence already uses linking, a contraction, and a casual reduction, all in 5 small words.
I'm going to look into it. You are completely right. Once you notice one habit, you start noticing all the others hiding right beside it in the very same sentence.
That is actually a wonderful thing to listen for this week. Pick any short sentence you hear in a show or a song and try to spot more than one habit inside it.
We've talked about linking, the beat, shrinking words, and now comfortable, casual reductions. What is next, Mia?
Habit number 5, and I personally think this one is so much fun.
Now I am even more curious.
Native speakers add small filler sounds and phrases while they think, words like well, you know, I mean, and small pauses like
This surprises a lot of learners because in school, we are taught to speak in perfect, complete sentences with no interruptions.
But real live human speech is not perfect. Nobody has a script in their head. So people naturally use small filler words while their brain catches up with their mouth.
Let's hear the difference. A textbook answer might be, I think that restaurant is quite good. A natural answer might sound like, well, I think that restaurant is pretty good, you know?
Well, I think that restaurant is pretty good, you know? It just feels so much more like a real person talking.
It really does. These small words are like little breathing spaces in a sentence. They give the speaker one extra second to think without an awkward silence. A useful word here is filler. Let's say it slowly. Filler.
Filler.
It means a small word or sound that fills a gap while you are thinking, instead of leaving total silence.
I have a small story about fillers. When I first moved to a new city for work, I tried to speak in perfectly clean sentences. No pauses, no nothing extra.
Oh, and how did that feel?
Exhausting. It felt like I was performing on a stage, not just talking to a coworker. My brain was under so much pressure.
And did something change that?
A friend told me, Mia, just say well or you know when you need a second. Everyone does it. You do not have to sound perfect, you just have to sound human.
And did it help?
It changed everything. Suddenly, talking felt light again, not like a performance.
That story really shows something important. Sounding natural is not about speaking perfectly. It is about speaking like a real person with real thinking pauses.
Exactly. Nobody is grading your grammar in a normal conversation at a coffee shop. Let's practice using a few fillers naturally in a sentence together. Try starting an answer with well the next time someone asks you a question you need to think about.
Well, I think it really depends on the day, you know?
See how human that sounds? If you removed every filler, it would sound almost too clean, too perfect, almost suspicious.
Suspicious is a funny way to put it, but I understand exactly what you mean. Perfectly clean speech can actually feel less trustworthy, less real. There is also a small useful phrase here, I mean. Native speakers often use I mean to correct themselves gently or to explain something a little more clearly.
Give an example.
That restaurant was okay. The food was good, but the service was really slow.
That restaurant was okay. The food was good, but the service was really slow. Yes, softens the sentence and gives a little more honest detail.
Exactly. It is one of the most common little connector phrases in real conversation.
One more small tip here for our listeners. Do not worry about using too many fillers either. Like everything today, balance is what matters most.
Right. A filler in almost every sentence might feel excessive, but a few, placed naturally while you think, sound completely normal and human. So here is key phrase number 5. Say it with us. It's okay to think out loud.
It's okay to think out loud.
Use small words like well, while you gather your thoughts. It sounds natural, not weak.
Can you think of a moment you stayed completely silent because you were searching for the perfect word? Maybe pause and remember that moment.
Next time, you can just say, well, and keep going. We've talked about linking, the beat, contractions, casual reductions, and now fillers. What is habit number 6?
This next one is about word choice.
Habit number 6. Native speakers often choose small, everyday phrasal verbs instead of big, formal, fancy words.
Give us an example of what you mean.
Sure. Instead of saying, I need to investigate this problem, a native speaker in casual conversation might say, I need to look into this.
Look into it. That is so much shorter, and honestly, it sounds warmer too.
It really does. Big words like investigate, terminate, comments sound formal, distant, almost like a legal document. Small phrasal verbs like look into, end, start sound like a real friend talking to you. Let's compare a few pairs. Instead of abandon, native speakers often say
give up.
Instead of postpone, they often say
put off.
Instead of encounter, they often say,
Run into.
beautiful. Give up, put off, run into. Small words, big natural sound. Here is a useful phrase for today, phrasal verb. Let's say it slowly. Para, sal, verb, phrasal verb.
Phrasal verb.
It means a verb combined with a small word like up, off, into, or out, and together they create a completely new, casual meaning.
I remember writing an email once using very fancy vocabulary, trying to sound smart and impressive.
What happened?
My manager, who was a native speaker, gently told me, Mia, you do not need such big words. Just say what you mean, simply. Native speakers usually choose the simple option.
And did that surprise you?
It completely surprised me. I thought bigger words meant better English, but actually, natural, confident English is usually simple, short, and direct.
That is such a great lesson. Simple is not weak. Simple is natural.
Exactly.
Give up the big cake of a fancy word, cut it into small, easy phrasal verb slices.
Give up the big cake. I love bringing that image back.
Let's try a few more pairs together, just to build this habit deeper. Instead of continue, a native speaker often says.
Keep going or go on.
Instead of reduce, they often say.
Cut down.
Instead of discover, they often say.
Find out.
Keep going, cut down, find out. Small, everyday, and instantly natural.
Here is something interesting about phrasal verbs. There is usually not just one correct choice. Native speakers often pick whichever phrasal verb feels the most natural in that exact moment, almost like choosing a comfortable pair of shoes for the day.
So there is some flexibility here?
Definitely. Look into, check out, and dig into can sometimes all describe a similar idea of investigating something, depending on the situation and the tone you want.
That is actually reassuring. It means learners do not need to find one perfect, exact match every time. Choosing any natural, common phrasal verb already moves you closer to sounding native.
One small piece of advice here. When you read or listen to English content, start collecting phrasal verbs the same way you might collect key phrases from this very podcast.
Write them down, notice how they are used, and slowly try using one new phrasal verb yourself each week.
Small, steady collection, rather than trying to memorize a giant formal list all at once. So here is key phrase number 6. Say it with us. Small words, big sound.
Small words, big sound.
Choose everyday phrasal verbs like look into, give up, put off, and run into, instead of big formal words. It will instantly make your English sound more natural and more relaxed.
Can you think of a big formal word you often use? Maybe pause and think of a smaller, more natural way to say the same idea.
Okay, we've talked about linking, the beat, contractions, reductions, fillers, and now phrasal verbs. What is our final habit, Mia?
Habit number 7, our last one for today, and I think it might be the most musical one of all.
Now, I am very curious.
Native speakers let their voice rise and fall naturally. Their pitch moves up and down like a wave instead of staying flat like a straight line.
This is called intonation. Let's say it slowly. Intonation. Intonation.
Intonation.
It means the rise and fall of your voice while you speak, the musical shape of a sentence. Here is a simple example. For most yes or no questions, the voice rises at the end. Are you coming? The voice goes up on coming.
Are you coming? I can feel my voice lifting up at the very end.
Exactly. But for a statement, the voice usually falls at the end, showing that the idea is finished. I am coming. The voice drops down on coming.
I am coming. Yes, I feel it drop, like the sentence is closing a door gently.
Closing a door gently. What a lovely way to describe it. If a learner speaks in a flat, straight line with no rise and fall, it can sound bored or even a little bit robotic, even if every single word is correct.
That is such an important point. Grammar can be perfect, vocabulary can be perfect, but if the music is flat, it just does not feel alive.
I have a quick story about this one. Early in my own English journey, I focused so much on saying the correct words that I completely forgot about the music of my voice.
Oh, what happened?
A friend told me, "Ethan, your English is correct, but it sounds like you are reading a phone book." Add some feeling, some rise and fall.
And did you try it?
I did. I started exaggerating my rise and fall on purpose, almost too much, at first, and slowly it became natural. My English suddenly felt alive, not just correct.
That really shows something we have said again and again today. Correct is not the same thing as natural.
Exactly. Correct is the grammar book. Natural is the real, living voice.
Let's try one more comparison together. Say the word really as a flat statement, then as a surprised question.
Really? Now the surprised version. Really?
Oh, I can hear the huge difference. The flat one sounds almost bored, the rising one sounds alive, curious, even a little shocked.
Same exact word, completely different feeling, purely because of the rise and fall of the voice.
There is also something called a rising list, which native speakers use very naturally without thinking about it. When listing things, the voice rises slightly on each item until it falls on the very last one.
Give an example.
I bought apples, bananas, and oranges. Voice rises a little on apples, rises a little on bananas, and then falls gently on oranges, showing the list is complete.
I bought apples, bananas, and oranges. Yes, I can feel that small wave building up and then settling down at the end.
I want to add one more small story here, if that is all right.
Please, go ahead.
A student I once knew memorized entire scripted answers for a job interview, word for word, perfectly correct.
Oh, what happened in the interview?
The interviewer later told a mutual friend that the answers sounded rehearsed, almost like a recording, because the voice never rose or fell naturally with the meaning.
And did that student change anything afterward?
They started practicing the same words, but focusing only on rise and fall, on feeling the meaning instead of just remembering it. Their very next interview felt completely different, warmer, more convincing.
More convincing. That is such an important, real-world result of this habit. So here is our final key phrase. Key phrase number 7. Say it with us. Let your voice dance.
Let your voice dance.
Do not speak in one flat line. Let your voice rise for questions and excitement, and fall gently for statements and finished ideas. Let your voice dance.
Can you think of one sentence you say every day, maybe a greeting or a question? Try saying it right now and really let your voice rise and fall this time.
We did it. 7 habits all the way through, together. Okay, Mia, let's bring it all back together for our listeners. 7 key phrases, one more time. Nice and slow.
Key phrase number 1, words hold hands.
Key phrase number 2, find the beat.
Key phrase number 3, shrink it down.
Key phrase number 4, comfortable clothes for comfortable talk.
Key phrase number 5, it's okay to think out loud.
Key phrase number 6, small words, big sound.
Key phrase number 7, let your voice dance.
Say some with us one more time, nice and slow, right along with us. Words hold hands, find the beat, shrink it down.
Comfortable clothes for comfortable talk. It's okay to think out loud. Small words, big sound, let your voice dance.
Look at that. We just used natural rhythm, we shrunk down a few words, and Mia's voice definitely just danced a little on that last line.
It did. Using our own habits right here at the end.
It works so perfectly.
And here's something we want you to remember. You do not need to master all 7 habits this week or even this month.
True. Even native speakers did not learn rhythm and linking and intonation overnight. They absorbed these habits slowly over years just by living inside the language.
So give yourself the same patience. Pick up these habits slowly, one conversation at a time, one episode at a time.
And remember, the goal was never to erase your own voice or your own accent. Plenty of confident, successful, native-like speakers still carry a small trace of their first language in their voice, and that is completely fine.
The goal is simply to add these 7 habits on top of who you already are, so that your English flows more easily and feels less like translation and more like real thinking.
Less translation, more real thinking, that might be the best way to summarize everything we talked about today. To all our listeners tuning in from Vietnam, from Brazil, from Japan, from Egypt, from Indonesia, and everywhere else in the world, we see you, and we are proud of you.
Learning a language is not easy. Showing up every single day and listening to a podcast like this one that already makes you someone special.
Here is a small challenge for you this week. Pick just 2 of our 7 key phrases and really practice them. Maybe words hold hands and let your voice dance.
Notice them in a movie, in a song, in a conversation. Just 2, not all 7 at once. Small steps forward. And if 2 feels easy, add 1 more. Words hold hands, find the beat, and shrink it down all in the same week. Small steps, but steady ones.
The goal is never to feel overwhelmed. Remember our very first metaphor today, cutting a big cake into small slices. 1 slice, 1 habit is always easy to swallow.
1 slice at a time. I really do think that is the secret behind almost everything we teach on this podcast. And tell us in the comments, which one of the 7 habits surprised you the most today?
For me, it was definitely the reductions, gonna, wanna, gotta. I remember feeling shocked the first time I truly understood them.
For me, it was probably the rise and fall of intonation. I never realized how much feeling could live inside just the shape of a voice, separate from the actual words.
That is such a great answer. It really shows that these 7 habits are not just technical rules, they carry real emotion too.
Maybe you could write something like, "For me, it was linking. I never noticed words holding hands before. We would love to read your answer."
Or maybe write, "For me, it was the beat. I never knew English had its own rhythm like a song." Either way, we read every single comment, and it genuinely helps us know what to talk about in future episodes. If this podcast helped you even a little bit today, please subscribe because we release a new Slow English podcast every single day.
We are just 2 friends talking, Ethan and Mia, and we will be right here tomorrow with something new for you.
Whatever level you are at right now, A2, B1, B2, or even higher, these 7 habits will keep serving you for years because native speakers never actually stop using them.
They are not a beginner trick you outgrow. They are simply how the language really lives at every single level.
So keep this episode saved somewhere, come back to it in a month, and notice how much more of it you catch the second time around. Take care of yourself.
Be kind to yourself and be patient with your own English too.
Remember, every single native speaker you admire started exactly where you are right now, 1 small habit at a time.
1 slice of cake at a time.
1 slice of cake at a time. We really did bring that back one more time.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today, wherever in the world you are listening from, and whatever your reason for learning English might be.
We really do mean that, truly, from both of us, and we cannot wait to talk with you again very soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.